Frankie Nicole here. Happy day. It's beautiful out yet again. What I want to talk about today is persistence and faith. Now, faith is something that people struggle with quite a bit because it's all about believing in the unknown. And some people who think more rationally and along the borders of logic, which, we bounce back and forth, but some people, they tend to be more logical in a sense, and some people tend to be more dreamlike. To a logical-minded person, faith is ridiculous sometimes, and they will feel that faith is just craziness, madness, it's just poppycock. Always wanted to say that on tape. Poppycock! But in life, without a little faith, dreams will not materialize. It's important to have faith in our lives because we do not always know what is ahead of us. We can try to predict it, we can try and create it, but the future is still a mystery. Now, that's also talking on the other side. You can't just flit around hoping and wishing and praying that something might happen. You actually have to be persistent. Like, today I was fighting some charges on my credit card, and I was like, I just want this off. I canceled this, Amnesty International charge, or I didn't renew it, and then they just continued to charge me. And I wasn't sure if I would be able to get it off my account, because usually when people just charge you, you just end up having to pay. But persistence on the phone, and then also faith that it would happen. Not only did it happen, but the last 4 charges got taken off, which is very amazing, and blocked. So now, no more charges. Faith, persistence, and things will proceed the way that you wish. I feel like there's sometimes we just lack faith, and we also lack persistence. And I feel like a lot of times that is the cause of a lot of unhappiness in our life, because the lack of taking personal responsibility and control, and actually and then also taking too much control. There's a balance, a fine line between the two. You gotta have faith, but you also must be persistently, actively going towards something. All in a day's work. Alright. Also, I can see how, it's just one of those things where you don't want to do it because there's so many other outside forces impacting us that the energy to do that, to fight for our own, sanctity of things, is not always there. So much wasted energy. Alright. So, 3 cards here from my Live deck. Love is the expression of God, Goddess flowing through you. Love is a sacred union, a creative power which through merging of 2 souls become an exploration of the divine. I think that very much describes kind of this balance between the 2 merging of faith and persistence. Now, I've been called crazy more than a handful of times in my life, but I refuse to believe other people's opinion of what they've classified my actions to be. And whenever I've accepted somebody's classification of me being crazy, it has hurt me more. And I have resented the fact that I've allowed people to continue to be in my sphere who portray that message of me. Now, the next card goes along that line and talks about your love life will transform when you learn to truly love yourself just as you are. You are perfect just the way you are. Accept this and you'll be amazed by the changes it brings into your life. I'm perfectly, madly sane in my own right. And every decision I've ever made in my mind makes sense for me. And it will make sense for you when you make those decisions for yourself. And then, further along that line, you are a beautiful, sensitive soul. Love's objective is to help you remember who you truly are, an eternal being of light on a path to ever greater love. Now, life is about learning about ourselves and learning what we want and don't want. Because we know in the existential, and then we come into these earthly bodies, and we have to remember and remind ourselves of who we are and how powerful we are. It's very strange. I haven't quite figured out exactly why we sign these soul contracts of coming back to learn things, but apparently these are lessons that we want to learn. We sign up for it. But we're all beautiful, sensitive souls. And when we meet people that vibrate on that same wavelength that we want to vibrate, it helps us grow. Now, they may not, it may not always be great. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody yesterday, my hairdresser, got my hair cut, looks fabulous. Um, and she was telling me about hate mates. And I thought that was just the funniest term. Because if you think about it, love and hate are on the same spectrum. It's just depending on how you look at it. So if you're vibrating a negative low frequency of self-doubt, self-pity, self-hatred, you're going to find somebody who is on that similar wavelength. If you are vibrating a high frequency, a positive, love-filled frequency, you're going to connect with that person. So, remember, love yourself the way that you want to be loved, and that love will find you. Because I believe we're all searching. I believe anybody who says that they aren't is lying, because people don't want to be alone. And so when somebody finds it, sometimes the faith is lacking, and so they don't believe. And they're only getting this low vibrational energy and this low vibrational um, return. So lift that vibration up and accept exactly what you want to believe and deserve. And know that when other energies, or other people are passing you by, they are just not vibrating at the same frequency that you wish to see in your life. And when they leave, that negative or lower vibration is leaving with them. And you are better without that vibration. Because who wants to have just nasty, mean people around? I mean, you may not realize it at first. You may commiserate on a level, but then we get stuck in a cyclical pattern of negativity and accepting that state. And when you finally want to grow out, these people are pulling you back with their wavelength. It is really hard to raise the vibration with a group of low vibration around you. And I think I touched on that on one of my rants. Forgive me. When I get really passionate about something, I just get all serious face, tiger. So, clarifying, vibrational. It's all about what you put out there. So let's get to the cards, because I have a good feeling. Ooh, and today, tomorrow, this video is for the 11th, which is a master number, very powerful number. I'm actually an 11, or a 2, which is the card that I just pulled, actually. It just jumped out, the High Priestess. So, High Priestess upright. It's great. I'm just loving it. Fuck you, McDonald's. I'm not paying you for that shit. And punctuation mark. Okay, so also I want to continually thank my subscribers, my viewers, people who bring me into their lives. I hope my vibrational energy is exactly what you're looking for and what you need to help you raise your own vibration, so that we can all be high vibrational beings in this world, and we can start changing it for the better and not fear with doom and gloom. 'Cause fuck you, Fox News. Sorry, low vibrations, but anyways. Princess of Swords is the punctuation mark in reverse. So this is also the Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be sharp-tongued, maybe immature words or thoughts. I see it as more of a warning of what could be. So try and mind your tongue of what you might want to say versus what you actually do say. Sometimes, and this is my eternal lesson, not saying something is better than saying something. No matter how much you want to prove your point, there's sometimes a better, it's better just to be silent and not throw any more fuel on the fire. Sorry, it just reminds me of some arguments I've had with people, and I'm just like, just so, yeah, and it's just, I knew I knew it was gonna be bad, but I just didn't care, and I wanted to be right, and I just did it anyways, and it was just, I would laugh about it, but then I wouldn't get the result that I wanted, and I'd be like, oh man, I have to apologize now, damn it. So, just keep that in mind. Oh, God. One of them was, somebody was being, like, all whiny to me, and I'm like, I recommend a nice Gouda with that wine. It was good. Didn't really go over well, but it was funny. Anyways, moving on. So we have the High Priestess upright. We have Seven of Pentacles upright. We have the Fool reversed, and we have the Emperor upright. So this is a very powerful day. We have 3 major arcana cards. So I think there's a return in this, like, investment. There's like a definitely an energy of building and seeing the setup. It's the setup of what is to come. And it's in the upright, which, I mean, the Seven of Pentacles is really another one of those cards that is either upright or reversed, is about, seeing the setup. It's just more about, are there hidden obstacles in the way, or things like that when it's reversed? And the upright, the path is pretty laid out. The project is moving forward. We have the dream board or the step board set up, and we know what steps we need to take. And we especially know, and we can especially start understanding with the High Priestess. She is just intuitive. She just knows, and has, good inklings of directions of what needs to be done, which is really important to have that energy in your life, because sometimes we can flounder around and just be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's difficult because you're not tapping into this like higher vibration, and we're staying in this lower vibration, so we're letting all like the I feel this way, or I feel that way, or I don't like that, or this is not the way I want it kind of energy. And as difficult as it is, you have to trash that. You just have to be like, okay, well, I see how I feel, I see all these things, but what do I want? What is the end result? So then we have the Fool in reverse. And the Fool in reverse talks about new journeys, but it talks about kind of restarting a journey. Like, if we're going to make a bad reference, because I hate video games, but video games. So you get killed midway through the level. Do you want to restart this level? You know what lies ahead. Have you practiced enough? Do you know the end result, you know what could happen, so this time, perhaps jump over that barrel, avoid that. This is gonna go all the way back to Mario, or whatever, I don't know, I'm not well versed. That plant is gonna come out of its thing and eat you. Old school. So be sure to take a slightly different route. And the Emperor, lastly, talks about logic. Head over heart. Not letting your emotional needs or wants cloud and upset the direction that you have been setting up. Yes, you don't have exactly what you want right at this moment, but you see the plans all laid out in front of you, and you know that putting in that positive direction work towards it, I can do this. That is the pivotal point, is knowing I can do this, instead of, oh man, I have to fucking do all this blah 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 and this blah blah blah. No, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I have to do all these things. It's something that is a necessity, but it needs to be done in order to get this end result that I wish. And in a nutshell, that is our reading for today. And now, oh my god, it's so hot. I'm gonna go somewhere shady because I don't want to mess up my hair. Yes, I'm still a girl. For some reason, I still don't want to get my hair messed up. It took a while to get it like this. It's so pretty. Anyways, you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the sunshine.